get a beer from a pretty new brewery, Sheets Brewing in Port, I believe, Ontario. Let's just quickly look here. I do believe it was Port Elgin, which I think is near my ex-wife. 3 cheers for good beer. The best beer in the world is the one in your hand. Not necessarily. I've had some beers that were in my hand that I didn't wish were in my hand. Proudly brewed and sold in Port Elgin, Ontario. A light, crisp, and refreshing lager made with Czech and German hops and Canadian two-row malt. This is Idle and Coast lager. Now I'll show you the can. That did not look like Idle and Coast to me. I was trying to read it like tail and co. What? How about this? Don't use cursive writing on your cans unless you can make it bigger. Actually, you guys might be able to read that because you're not as blind as I am. I'm a blind motherfucker. Here, let's go like this. Hey, honey, what's that name right there?
Is that a J or a T?
It's an I, actually.
Oh.
So, yeah, there you go. She was asking if it's J or a T. Don't use cursive on your cans unless you can make the writing bigger. Don't do it. How about just don't use cursive on your cans? Unless it's a signature or something. How about, what else do we got on here? Ingredients: water, malted barley, hops, yeast, and marketing.
And what?
Marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah, it even says it. And marketing.
Like to market a product?
Yes. Pairs with chicken, fish, veggie salads, baby bears. I think that's supposed to be barbecue. Enjoy it cold and responsibly. I'm already not a fan of this brewery just off of this shit. Like, okay. Is it possible to bottle that timeless, easy feeling of a summer vacation when the only problem we have is deciding what to throw on the barbecue? If only we could capture it, we'd sell 1 million. We tried our best. You know, since I moved up to the Arctic and I started doing these videos straight live, I've tried to be faster on them. Does hurt the YouTube algorithms and all that, but I try to be faster because, you know, I'm trying to be faster. That's the first beer in a while that I've been like, what the fuck? Marketing is an ingredient. Fuck you, marketing is an ingredient. Don't get me wrong, marketing is an important, crucial part to every brewery, whether they want to admit it or not. Even the names matter. But you can't tell me marketing is the fucking ingredient, and my wife, who has vision, is trying to figure out if that was a J or a T. I thought it was tail and toast, or tail and coast, or tail and who knows what the fuck it is, but it's actually idle and coast. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, beer looks like a beer. Crystal clear, golden color. It was big, bright head. Lots of snap, crackle, pop. Scent. That's what matters next, right? Yeah, that's what smells like a beer. It doesn't smell much different than their slow pitch Pilsner. I mean, kind of grassy. It smells like one of those bougie lagers me in the cartoon in the Honey Monster used to make fun of, because it has that just sweet undertone that I see there's a comment, we will get to it, do not worry. That sweet undertone that just not smelling nice, just like a beer. It just smells like a beer. What type of wine did you pour?
Peach raspberry rumba.
Peach raspberry rumba.
Yeah, you've had it.
That sounds better than this. Cheers.
Had it before.
Yeah, that's better than this. Okay, before we get to a note, I'll put that down, let it breathe a little bit, and see what that comment was. Marketing. Yes, Brian. Actually, Brian, next 2 videos are 2 of your beers. So that's my last beers of the night, are 2 of yours. Micro bubbles, very soft, very subtle. It almost, I did do a video last night where I talked about Molson M and their micro bubbles, but this doesn't taste like that. It feels like the forced carbonation was not done properly. Basically, it or they didn't force carbonate at all and they just went with natural carbonation, which some breweries do. But yeah, it is a bougie beer. It's a beer. Here, I'll let wife want to try.
Nope.
No, you like your peach raspberry rumba?
Mm-hmm.
So it tastes like a beer, and what I mean by that is it tastes like your average Bud or Coors or Canadian or anything like that. It's a craft beer that tastes like a beer, and again, that just means a big brand beer, a bougie beer. Basically, you're paying more money. Usually, I don't know how much this would have been because this came in the box set. But usually with a craft brewery, their lagers are more expensive than buying a Bud or a Canadian or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I understand why. It is volumes of scale. Uh, it's all an economy of scale, economy of volume. So I get why it costs more, but if I'm just going to drink something that just tastes like a Coors or tastes like a Corona or tastes like anything like that and it's more expensive, I might as well just buy the Coors or Corona or Bud or whatever the taste alike is that is cheaper. Unless I'm a guy that only cares about supporting local, and I understand the idea of that as well. You're supporting local, you're keeping money in the local economy, this and that. I understand that whole concept as well. But a lot of those breweries are, when you buy from them, you're supporting local in the fact that you may have hundreds of people employed by them in your city. So it's one of those catch 22s in that aspect. That being said, I'm just rambling now. Let's continue the Three Sheets Brewery. It's a beer. It's wet. It's got a little bit of that musty, almost cardboard-like taste that you would get from like a MGD and that type of stuff. It's I'll read what that was in a second. It's wet. It's cardboardy. It's beer. I mean, has a bit of sweetness. It has a bit of bitterness. There's nothing spectacular about it. The mouthfeel is probably the best thing about it. The mouthfeel is so thin, it's not even funny. Um, that being said, do I have any real complaints about it? Other than I can't complain about it other than the fucking cursive on it, marketing as an ingredient. Those are the only two things I can really complain about. I don't drink my beer cold, as almost everybody knows, but if you're new to the channel, I don't drink my beer cold, so there is no faults in this beer or anything like that that are coming out because it's not cold, and it's not making me gag because it's not cold. I think if this stuff was cold and you put a pitcher down in front of me, I'd drink the whole pitcher in a few seconds. It goes down easy. It drinks very well. It is, like I said, very soft bodied. It is very light bodied. It is very easy to drink. Most liquid is. Not all liquid is. Most liquid is. It's not bad. What's going on here now? Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah. So we have 2-year beers coming up. Out of 10 on this. I can't give it below a 5 because it is just a meh beer. I can't give it a 7 because I wouldn't buy it again. So somewhere between a 5 and a 6.75. Where will I go with that? You know what? Let's give it a 6.25 out of 10 because there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I don't like the cursive on the can. I don't like it saying marketing is an ingredient because, as much as I agree, marketing is big, especially all the way down to the name of the brewery and the name of the beer and everything like that. I don't particularly like when you admit that because a lot of guys in the beer industry want to bitch about the big guys in their marketing. So if you're going to start talking about marketing, yeah. Anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes to drink another beer. Thank you guys for watching. Au revoir. I'll be in toast. See you soon. Bye bye. Mwah.